Hello and good afternoon from Ghana. My name is Ifwa Ando. You're watching Let's Chat Show on Navantrix TV. Last week, if you joined our conversation, we had the CEO of Quick Rent Africa, Mr. Emmanuel Tay, and he shared some very deep insights with us on how he started Quick Rent Africa, the challenges he went through, how he overcame them, and it was very interesting. If you didn't get the opportunity to watch, you can still go on our social media pages, YouTube Navantrix TV, and on Facebook Navantrix Studios, and watch the interview. Today, again, we are going to be having another guest. He happens to be a salesperson by profession, or the sales manager. Sorry. So he is in the person of Mr. Dickson Worlanyo Sedzi. Mr. Dickson is a salesperson or sales manager at Edves Software Limited in Ghana. He spearheads sales activities through cold calling, demo presentations, physical visits, and sales pitching at conferences and education platforms. He works consistently with his other talented and dedicated team members to develop strategies needed to increase sales and increase engagement with clients. He's worked in various industries, including telecom, HR, FMCG, the hospitality industry, the supply chain management industry, and currently the ed tech company. He's very adventurous and willing to always take up new challenges. Now, when it comes to sales in Ghana, a lot of us who are in the corporate world don't like sales, especially sales and marketing. I think that I don't know what our perception of sales is, but we tend to believe that we don't have the skills to always convince people to buy something. Sometimes something they don't even need. You have to sell the idea, sell whatever you are. If it's a service, if it's a product, you have to be able to convince them to buy it. And when you're selling a product, you may have there may be other companies offering the same product or same service, but then you have to convince this person to let them understand why yours is better than all the other ones on the market. So I'm sure this is some of the reason, or these are some of the reasons why we usually don't like sales as a career. But then today, Mr. Dickson is going to help us to understand what he goes through as a salesperson and how he maneuvers his way through being a salesperson. Now, this show is brought to you kind courtesy Navantrix Limited, a digital marketing company and app development or software development company. If you need any of our services, please do well to contact the numbers on your screen. This is Let's Chat, and my name is Ifwa Ando. Mr. Dickson will be joining us for the discussions shortly. Hello, guys. Thank you for staying tuned. Mr. Dickson is in the studios now, and I'm adding him right this moment so we can begin the conversation. Hello, Mr. Sedzi.
Yeah, hello. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon and welcome.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Okay, we also appreciate you taking time to join this discussion.
You're welcome.
Okay, but I believe I'm pronouncing your surname right.
Yeah, Sedzi.
Sedzi. Okay,
Yeah,
okay. And I see you have Wolanyo in there. Is that correct?
very true. Very
Okay,
correct.
okay, okay. So, how has your afternoon been? Your day so far?
Um, as a salesperson, a lot of rounds. You have to do
Okay,
lots of visitations, lots of cold
okay,
calls. You always have to be on the ground and listening to what your colleagues are passing on to you to see how far you can assist. Yeah.
okay. So, before you delve into life as a salesperson, can you tell us something about yourself briefly? Who is Mr. Seji?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Dixon is is a young person that accidentally went into the sales um, field after
Okay,
completion of his academic education at the University of Ghana. It wasn't something I planned. Um, it just happened. So that's I'm highly religious. I do a lot of writing on the religious background, especially on my Facebook um, platform and on my TikTok platform. So I do that a lot.
okay. So, if you say that sales was happened by chance, then what did you read when you were back in school?
Oh, okay. I read psychology. I majored in psychology with a linguistics minor when I was at the University of Ghana. Yes.
Okay. So would you say that you ever get to apply psychology in your line of profession currently?
Yes. Psychology is, in level 100, I think second year you do psychology for everyday living. That
Yeah.
is where you get to know that psychology is a day-to-day affair. So, as a
Mm.
salesperson, you need to understand your client. You need to empathize. You need
Okay.
to be. Um, uh, you need to apply that emotional intelligence, things that you learn in pure psychology, that you have to apply in your dealings with customers. And the benefit is your customers are endeared to you, and
Hmm.
you are able to interact on a much deeper level compared to somebody who does not have any psychology background. Yeah.
Okay, that's great. Okay, so before becoming a salesperson, what was life like? What were you doing? What other things were you doing before sales found you or before you found sales? Mhm.
Okay. I had worked at the a pharmacy shop at Osu,
Okay,
close to Papaya Rich Court Pharmacy. I worked there for almost 3 years. As a matter of fact, um, it was so good working at Osu Papaya those days that always there was an activity going on, an event going on. So
okay,
it took one clinical pharmacist to actually awaken me. Say, look, Dixon, you're academically good. You have to go to school. This
okay,
this thing that you are doing, that's of drug attendance, where a person brings a drug, you take the prescription without any
mm,
certification. Because he was the pharmacist, he was like, you have to go to school, and it's helped me a lot. And that was when I went to school to study psychology. Yeah.
Hello, Mr.
Yeah. Hello. Yes. Hello. I am with you.
So, you were saying something before. Can you hear me, Mr. Seji?
Yes, I can hear you.
So I was saying that you were saying something before it went off. You were talking about your experiences working at Papaya in Osu and as a drug
Yes.
attendant. Yes.
Yes. As a actually, it was at a pharmacy shop close to
Okay.
Papaya
Oh,
called
okay.
Richcott Pharmacy,
Oh,
and
okay.
yes, so it was this clinical psychologist. I think they were the first batch of clinical psychologists in Ghana.
Mm.
He has since passed on. May his
Oh,
soul
okay.
rest in peace. Um, uh,
Yeah.
he spoke with me one night and said, "Dixon, you have to go back to school. You are earning the money here. You are young.
Mm-hmm.
You are earning money. You are enjoying life. Let me put it those days. People coming to school, you are getting tips, you are interacting with people on a daily basis, and
Yeah.
you are just excited. And education wasn't something you were considering because the bare fact is you are getting the money, and
Mm.
so I had to go back to school. Yes.
I see. I see. So, at what point did you discover sales or even think about going into sales?
Uh, as I said, 4 years in Legon, psychology. Um, my dream was to continue with masters in clinical psychology because I was very good in that particular field.
Mm.
But something happened when we finished our service. I went to do my national service in the northern region. I went to Wa. As a matter of fact, when I alighted from Wa, I had to take another vehicle. That's another 2 hour vehicle from Wa to my station.
Okay.
When I came back, I needed to work. I just needed to work. So there was a job advertisement in the newspaper, Daily Graphic, that
Mm-hmm.
a company was looking for sales people. So I just applied. I went for the interview. Were quite many, Daily Graphic advertisements were quite many, and
Okay.
I was the person that was selected out of people that had read marketing in school and other things. Yes, so that was how I ended up in the sales field, and I have continued ever
Okay.
since.
So, from what you say, you applied because you needed a job,
Very
correct?
true.
Okay. So it means you had no idea what you were getting yourself into.
Yes.
Okay.
As you know, the the idea circulating in my social circles those days was
Mhm.
there's no job in Ghana.
Oh,
You have
okay.
to try. You have to try and get a job. The more you wait to get a job in your field, the years will be counting. So, as a
Yeah.
psychology student, what was I going to
Mm.
apply for?
Okay.
After all, the first year in psychology is not anything. You have to do your masters before you
Mm.
are considered as a psychologist
Oh,
in
okay.
any years. So the opportunity came and said, "Oh, let me just try." So it was just, "Let me try. I need a job. Let me just try and see." So I
Okay.
went, and I was selected.
Oh, that's great. So, what was your experience working in that role like? How did you maneuver your way through it? No, not knowing anything on the job. How did you even learn from the on the job?
Okay. I think everybody, regardless of the field you are endeavoring into, needs a mentor.
Okay.
You need a boss that will gradually open the door for you and take you one step after the other. Because the
Okay.
biggest thing about university education, especially with those that already arts, is it broadens your mind for you to venture into any area that you want. So I was fortunate to be my first point of work. I had a boss that was down to earth,
Okay.
that was willing to assist. He came in with, if you could remember, when Glow was coming into the country, he
Okay.
was one of the managers that came into the country by Glow. He was a Nigerian, and
Okay.
after the Glow fiasco, let me put it that way, he
Mm-hmm.
went into another company, employed him, and that was how I met him. So
Okay.
somebody that experience taking a novice from the university, I was more or less tabla rasa, nothing in the head with when it
Okay.
comes to the sales environment. And he was,
Mm-hmm.
Dixon, let's start like
Okay.
this. In the morning, make sure you check your emails.
Okay.
After checking your emails, start calling, start cold calling. Okay,
Okay.
he gives you a script. These are the things you will say when you call. I want you to call 50 persons. Out of those 50 persons, I'm expecting 30 to tell you no. And 20 should say maybe, and one should say yes. So you are
Okay.
already conscientized that, oh, people are going to tell you no. And when they are going to tell you no, it's going to be harsh. Some are going to drop the phone. Some are
Mm-hmm.
going to tell you blatantly they don't need you. So he prep you, you are ready for the job. So that was how I went into the sales um, uh, game.
Okay. Okay. So, since then, where are some of the places you've had to like apply your knowledge in sales?
Um, since then, any company that I went to has been sales. The company
Okay.
that I'm talking about was Integrated Corporate Services from Nigeria. Then I went to Vodafone. That's for some time. That was my shortest bike. Then from Vodafone, I moved to another FMCG company. Then to
Okay.
Airport West Hotel. I
Okay.
was at Airport West Hotel sales for close to 4 years at Airport West, and then I
Okay.
moved to other companies, and finally at Edves. Yeah, so it has always been sales, sales, and sales.
Okay. So, Mr. Dixon, are you aware that a lot of us, especially those of us who are still trying to get to the top, don't like sales as a career? Are you aware of this?
Yes, I am. I am so much aware.
Okay.
Yes, and the reasons are um, valid. When I remember the time ago, I was
Okay.
recruiting a lady to join my team some years ago, and she tell me, "Boss, this
Mm-hmm.
targets thing, I don't like it. Where they have to give you targets, monthly target and weekly target, sales target. Um, yes, it is. It is hard work. It's determination. It's courage. Let me tell you,
Okay.
my first encounter after
Mm-hmm.
uh, I started sales, I went to a company at Golf House close to Shashi Golf House. I had called this CEO, booked an appointment a week earlier, and he was like, "Yeah, Dixon, I'm expecting you at my office." I went there early because I was just a young salesperson. Those days, the sales, you are not given any vehicle. You trek,
Okay.
you bought
Okay.
you bought your trosky, your trotro. Then you go at times because you are moving from company to company. Your shoes will be dusty. So
Yeah.
I got to this company. I got there early, took my handkerchief out, cleaned my shoe, wiped off the sweat off my face, sat down for some
Wow.
time, and yes, because it was a big company. So when it was time, the receptionist came to me and said the man wanted to see me. So I
Okay.
went. The moment I opened the door and entered, the man looked at me and said, "Young man, what are you looking for?" I said, "I'm
Wow.
Dickson. I booked." I said, "Get out, get out, get out, get out, get out,
Oh.
get out, get out." I just came back and just closed the door. I was so shattered. What
Oh.
was it? I had booked appointment. You know,
Mm.
it was heartbreaking for a
Yeah,
young
I can
salesperson,
imagine.
and I don't know what he was thinking,
Okay.
um, but that particular man, um, that day, he really, really, really hit me,
Okay.
because even getting out of the compound of that office, of that company, was difficult. You're feeling
Mm.
that heavy, you're feeling heavy,
Yeah.
disappointed because he looked down on you, and
Yeah.
yeah. So
Wow.
that is sales.
I can
That is sales.
imagine. So sorry about that experience, but would you say that shaped you in any way? I mean, it was certainly to make you feel bad, but did that in any way have any positive effect on you?
Yes, it did. Um,
Okay.
uh, in my communication, I made mention that it was a big company. So
Okay.
what happened is, as time went on, I
Hmm.
became so confident that I am, quote unquote, not afraid of encounters.
Okay.
No matter how
Okay.
big your company is, I will
Hmm.
be able to call, book an appointment, and come.
Okay.
And that confidence was evident when I was working with the Airport West Hotel, because you encounter people a lot. You
Okay.
encounter CEOs who want to book your facility. You have to go meet HRs at well renowned companies. So today, when I take up my phone and I go to my contacts and I start scrolling, I have contacts from Ghana Gas, I have contacts from almost all the big companies that you can think of, because
Wow.
that confidence of, hey, let's go, we have done it before, let's go,
Hmm.
just go. And
Yeah.
glory to God. Apart from that earlier experience, every other experience has been positive. You
Okay.
meet people, you interact with people, you share
Hmm.
ideas, and that is how
Okay.
far that journey
Okay.
has brought me.
Okay. So from your experience, it tells me that clearly times have evolved. I mean, coming up as a salesperson compared to the system we have now, what do you think are some of the changes you have noticed that you think are great or are positive changes that can help other salesperson who are also coming up?
Okay. I think one thing that I have noticed is the segmentation of sales and marketing.
Okay.
When I started, sales and marketing was the same thing.
Oh, what's the
We
thing?
You were employed as a sales and marketing person, so you were doing everything. If it is you were on the net, sending letters and reaching out to companies and trying to go to their social media pages,
Platforms,
to
yeah.
scope platforms, get
Mm,
contact. Now there's a clear segregation between sales and marketing. A salesperson is
okay.
totally different from the work of the
Okay.
a marketing person.
Okay.
Now, marketing has evolved to social media
Mm,
marketing, where a person will be employed solely for social media marketing, or digital marketing, as they call it. Then we,
okay.
those who try move to the sales, are also totally different. Our work is more of in the open space out there, moving,
Okay.
going to the companies, having the facial and encounters, doing the demonstration to them, trying to pitch, standing in front of audiences and pitching. So there is a clear cut differentiation now, and now there is the social media has made it possible for you to easily get contact. Those days,
Okay.
I will have to use when I said I have to use. I don't know if you remember this Ghana Post yellow pages. You have to use yellow
Okay.
pages.
Yeah, I do see it on
So
Google, but I don't know much about it.
you have to use yellow pages. So we go and we buy the yellow pages from Ghana Post. You come to the
Okay.
office, you are flipping, you are now trying to look for companies that you can target. So it is
Okay.
through these yellow pages that you will be looking for contact numbers to reach
Mm-hmm.
out to companies. And but things change so fast that yellow
Yeah.
pages, they I think they no longer print even the yellow pages anymore. um, Now social media, they are on the internet. Interestingly, in my line of work now, I work more with schools because Edves sells software, school management software to schools. So
Okay.
I might be in town. All I need is the name of the school. All I
Okay.
need is the name of the school. The moment you get home, Google it, you will get the school's contact, or
Mm.
visit their Facebook page, key in the name of the school, and you get contact, which wasn't in vogue when I started sales. Yeah.
Okay. Wow, that's great. That's very great. So it means that the young people coming up who want to venture into sales have, I can say, endless opportunities to explore.
Very true. Very true.
Okay. Okay.
There's no limit. They can do more.
Okay.
Sales is just about your drive, your motivation,
Mm.
your passion to interact with people. If
Mm.
you are the person that does not enjoy interacting with people, then you are going to have it
A
difficult. But if
difficulty.
you
Okay.
like, yeah, if you
Okay.
like interacting with people, if you like
Okay.
talking, if you like sharing ideas, sales is for you.
Okay. So, in your opinion, or from your perspective, what do you think are some of the qualities a salesperson would have to possess to be able to be good at their job?
Okay. Yesterday, I wrote an article on LinkedIn
Okay.
entitled "The Power of Vulnerability."
Okay.
The power of vulnerability. As a matter of fact, the term, or when people say you are vulnerable, they see it as a weakness. So when
Okay.
you are vulnerable, people think they can exploit you. People think
Mm.
they can run over you. But I look at it in a different dimension, in that a salesperson, when you are interacting with clients,
Mm.
you have to be human.
Okay.
You have to be you have to show the person that you are not just selling a product, but
Mm.
you understand the person. You
Okay.
you you are placing that empathy, that sense of empathy is there. So you bring yourself to that level of the individual that you are interacting with. So you share
Okay.
your weakness with the person. So for instance, a person asks you about your product, you should be able to tell him, okay, yes, my product is able to do A and B, but with this particular one, we are now working on it. It has not been fully developed. The
Mm.
IT team is working on it, or it is being, so that you do not go to the person as if everything on your software or on your system is just excellent. There are no
Okay.
issues. You have to avoid that sense of over increasing the person's confidence in the product.
Expectations. Okay.
That's the way. Don't do that, because
Okay.
it is a software, it is a product, and you might encounter difficulties. As a matter of fact, I brought in a school not long ago, and
Mm-hmm.
we have the online payment system. It has been working for several schools, but for this particular school, the first payment that a parent did not reflect on their accounting environment. So the school
Okay.
could not track the payment that was made. If
Mm.
I had not, during my pitching, made her aware that look, there are challenges with
Mm-hmm.
any system,
Yeah.
but the issue is we have customer service individuals that are ready
Okay.
to assist. And there's
Wow.
difficulty people to assist. So the person from the point of buying knows that, hey, Dixon told me that things like this happen. So that is the sense of the vulnerability I'm talking about. That yes,
Mm-hmm.
it is not robust, it is not cut in stone. There can
Mm-hmm.
be difficulties. We are vulnerable at certain points, but we need you to be patient with us. We need you
Okay.
to give us time to resolve the issue. So that is
Okay.
what I mean by the power of
Okay.
vulnerability.
Okay. So I think explaining this point, I think it even also boils down to honesty. I have learned something new in the sense that I have known sales and marketing personnel as people who like to, push for perfection. Like you said,
Correct.
they say so much to make you believe that um, what they are offering you is the best you can ever come
Is the
across, and there can be no room for error. Okay.
yes,
So,
yes,
yeah.
that and that's a big mistake.
Okay.
Even in the hotel industry, a client comes and books a room. He enters the room. The air condition that you owned was working perfectly. There was no leakage. You will be surprised. A guest comes in and that air condition is seriously leaking.
Hmm.
So
I
these
see.
things happen. These things happen. So
Hmm.
moderation in your communication is key.
Okay.
Moderation.
Hmm.
You let them know that hey, we are ready. There's a team that is ready
Hmm.
to assist when there
Okay.
is any setback.
Okay. Okay. So I think this also makes me understand why, as part of your profile on LinkedIn, you say that you work hand in hand with other team members. So yours is to sell the idea, but then at the end of the day, everyone needs to come on board to make a customer happy.
Very true. Very, very
Okay.
true.
Okay.
So with at Edves, we don't play. We call it the customer success.
Okay.
Other places we call it the customer service. We have the customer
Mm.
success team and the
Okay.
customer happiness. So we have the
Okay.
customer happiness team and we have the customer success, and they are all
Mm.
part of the bigger umbrella, which is the customer service. Yes, difficulties come, but
Okay.
ability to communicate.
Mm.
Now, now we have WhatsApp, we have
Mm.
Slack, where you can send quick messages to your colleagues. This is happening.
Mm.
Can you help me? That is happening. Can you help me? Initially, it wasn't like that. You have to get to the office before you meet your colleague in the office and tell her, hey, this company is complaining of this. Or but this
Yeah.
one, the moment it happens, you are able to relay the information to the
Yeah.
next person.
Okay. Okay. So communication is also very important. So, Mr. Seji,
Very.
what do you enjoy most about being a salesperson? What are some of the things you enjoy?
Yes, what I enjoy most is after you have brought in a client, you
Mm-hmm.
see the client renewing subscription, you
Okay.
see the client coming back um, uh, to purchase your product. Let me put it in the hotel industry. The client coming back to book a room,
Mm.
or in the IT space that I find myself, the person risk subscribing. It means you
Mm.
are doing something good. And
Okay.
you know that the amount of energy that is dispensed trying to acquire a new client is higher than
Mm.
repeat business. So
Yes.
if a customer that you have brought in already comes again, it is nicer than trying to move your car to go and look for a new client, or a cold calling and now going to do a demonstration. Then now you are going to meet the board to explain. So it is very, very key. Yes.
Okay. Okay. So, what are some of the challenges you have encountered in the past or continue to encounter as at now, and how do you overcome them?
Yes, human institutions, a salesperson, no matter the company you are dealing with, it is
Mm.
human beings behind the company.
Okay.
The company is just an entity, but it is people behind it that are driving that institution. So,
Mm.
yes, challenges come. Um, some of the challenges are unexpected. They just
Okay.
come out. They just come out of the blue, and
Mm.
you have to escalate some to the next department or the department that handles it. If
Okay.
the situation cannot be dealt with immediately, then you have to communicate with the client, be in touch with the client, let them know
Mm.
that it is being addressed. Uh, I'm trying to remember one particular scenario with regards to,
Okay.
yes. Let me share something with you. When I was at the
Okay.
hotel some years ago, a company came to have their board meeting. It
Okay.
was a West African. The company is a multinational, so all these executives from all their West African countries came. Then during lunchtime, the HR of the company did not communicate with my chef that there was an individual in the team that was allergic to some spices.
Okay.
So the chef prepared his food, used the spices that he normally uses. The food was presented, people came and ate nothing. This particular executive went back home and ran throughout the night.
Wow.
Stomach cramps, shivering, cold, that experience where you will be sweating profusely, stomach
Mm.
pain. So the person had to be rushed to the hospital. It was there, it was noticed that he had eaten something that was not, that he was allergic to. The
Okay.
report came to us, the company was annoyed. Uh, you know, because
Mm.
customers are always right,
Always right.
because
Yeah.
the amount of money they spent, in that week of being with us, could pay almost 6 months of salary. So
Wow.
yeah, so you go. So we went. I wrote an apology letter to the company, even though we were not informed about the man's allergy. I wrote a
Mm.
went drove the entire team from the owner of the hotel, the chef, the sales, the front desk manager. I was at sales, the
Mm.
housekeeper. We drove our car straight to the company to go and apologize after the formal email apology was done. And when we were
Okay.
going, we sent complimentary food. We had to
Oh.
cook again this time, making
Mm.
sure that those spices were not in the food.
The food.
So that's challenges, but as individuals, you should be able to adjust and meet it up, just tackle it.
Yeah. Yeah. I see. I see. So, do you have other businesses aside being a sales manager at Edves?
No, no.
Okay. Okay.
It's sales takes all your time.
Your time.
Uh,
Okay.
it takes all your time, especially when you have to move about, go for meetings,
Okay.
demonstrations. By the time you get back, you are exhausted. But
Mm.
you must. It's good to have a side business. So
Mm.
I have a plan towards that.
Okay.
I will not always be in the sales division working for somebody. At a point,
Okay.
I should be able to look at pushing my own products because of the experience I've gained.
Okay. 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 So, share with us, what would you say is your biggest achievement yet? I mean, in your line of work, what would you say? I mean, you've shared some success stories with us, but is there something you hold dear that you think is your biggest yet?
Yes, years ago, you know, I believe so much in giving back to the community. And
Okay.
I worked with an amazing lady. That's the owner of Airport West Hotel,
Okay.
Madam Nyantechi.
Mm.
And she is an individual that is ready to listen. All you
Okay.
need to do is, Madam, are you in the office? Please, I want to come and see you. And so,
Mm.
Dixon, come. You go, you sit down, say, yes, what is it? Okay, Madam, I have this idea. This month is uh, uh, breast cancer month. Can we do something for the people in the community? So, okay,
Okay.
you go ahead and give me the budget. So I contacted Medimosis Prostate Center. I
Okay.
contacted there is a health s- is it a health medical
Sonata?
center called Sonotech, correct.
Okay.
They are a medical center at close to Osu
Okay.
roundabout.
Mm.
So they came in. So I was able to organize this breast screening and prostate screening together for our
Okay.
men and women. Um,
Mm.
um, uh, Lots of people came. Lots of people came. People from the media came. Women from companies. What I did was I wrote letters to companies all over, clients that we're working with. So their women came, their breasts were screened, men came, their prostates were checked. That was the first time I also had my prostate checked, and
Oh,
it
okay.
was quite, it was quite. I think that is my greatest achievement, something that
Wow.
I did to give back to the
Mm.
community. Yeah, and all
It's
thanks
lovely
to
to hear.
yeah.
It's lovely to hear. I was expecting the answer to be in relation to your line of work, as in something that happened to you. But look at you sharing with us something you rather did to benefit others. That's so great.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. So I'm sure as human as you are, it gets to a certain point and you feel you're tired. Does that ever happen to you? Do you ever get to some point you feel like, nah, this is too much for me. It's too much work. It's difficult.
Yes, it does. It
Okay.
does. Burn out. Yeah.
Mm.
Um, it happens. It happens
Okay.
very, very often.
Okay.
Most of the times when you have, the human psychology and the human makeup is
Mm.
such that you can start an item with some energy, initial energy.
Okay.
Then when it cascades down, you don't get the
Mm.
effect that you are looking for. You get so much disappointed. I remember
Okay.
there was a particular week after doing cold calls, I called
Mm.
close to 80 schools trying to um, uh, pitch my software to them.
To
And one
them.
was said, no, we are already on the software. No, we are not ready. No, no. Ah, all I did was I just placed the phone down and I just lay on the floor, placed my leg
Oh,
on the sofa,
I see.
placed my leg on the sofa, and I just slept.
Okay.
It's yeah, but you wake up, start all
Mm.
over. That's why
Okay.
I always tell my people that you must have a routine. For instance,
Mm.
in the morning, at times when you start to the morning with checking your mails, then
Mm.
going to call, you follow up on your leads and starting your cold calls and trying to go to meetings. Try and shuffle it. It shouldn't be static routine. It shouldn't be
Okay.
every day start with cold calls.
Okay.
No, because the moment it becomes that monotonous, boredom sets
Mm.
in.
Okay.
So there are times I just wake up, check my mails, I set off for a meeting. I will come back before I'll start the cold calls. Or I'll
Mm.
start the cold calls in the morning and afterwards I go for my meetings or I follow up. You should be able to vary it. Should be able to have and get some radio beside you. Listen to your
Okay.
favorite radio station. Tune it down so that it doesn't interrupt your calls, so that
Okay.
you keep that vibe going.
Okay. Okay. So this does the trick for you. What also motivates you in times like that?
My greatest motivation is to make a mark so that when you are no longer with the company,
Hmm.
you can always come back and they will meet you with open arms.
Yeah.
I learned that from my first boss, Mr. Michael Adegoke. He would
Okay.
tell you that do your best wherever you find yourself.
Okay.
Do just do your best. And interestingly, people are watching. People are watching you. And
Yeah.
uh, when you do that, God Himself rewards. God
Okay.
rewards the work of the diligent.
Mm.
And so far, anywhere that I've worked, I can boldly put my hand on my chest that yes, I made an impact in that company.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. So, currently, do you think there are enough, or if not currently, do you think there has always been enough avenues or opportunities for learning and growth for young people in Ghana?
Yeah, for learning and growth. Let me share something with you. Recently,
Okay.
I decided to learn a course on Udemy.
Okay.
A friend just told me about it. That okay, SQL. Let's start studying something on SQL. So I registered for it and started. But interestingly, it is not something I meet on my day to day that I use in my day to day
Okay.
dealings. So the
Okay.
interest level just went down.
Mm.
For people who, for example, look for a mentor, you'll be shocked. I have written to people on LinkedIn, salespeople on LinkedIn, that I want to learn from you. I want you to mentor me. I reach out
Okay.
to people a lot. On LinkedIn, I do that. People that have made the mark, people that are the global sales executives of a company, the top, and they will get back those that have the time. Once a while they give you some tips, and you are able to follow them on their page, read about what
Okay.
they are doing. um, uh, yeah, I'm
Mm.
saying this because I don't want to limit it to going to pay an amount of money at an institution to learn, going
Okay.
to pay money to learn. No, there are people in your immediate environments that are in the same fields that you are doing, that you are. Reach out to them, talk to them, ask questions. I remember
Okay.
I once worked with the former West Africa director of Nestle,
Okay.
and I just call him, say, yeah, Dixon, this is how it is. This is how you go about it, and you always learn. Yeah. So there's always
Okay.
avenue when you are willing to learn.
Okay. Okay. So, in your opinion, those avenues are there, but then until you make use of it, it wouldn't come to you by chance.
Very true. Very true. You have to
Okay.
avail yourself. Yeah,
Okay. Okay. Okay.
one of my Bible teachers will say that humility is the bedrock of teachability. You
Mm.
have to be humble to be taught. Humility is the bedrock of teachability. When you are not humble to reach out, nobody will teach you anything. But when you are humble,
Okay.
you reach out, somebody will teach you.
Okay. Okay. And would you also say that some of these people who are far gone, they've been able to climb up, like you say, you still reach out to these people, even though you've gathered enough experience already, but you still reach out to them. Do you think that they are also availing themselves enough to be mentors to others who are trying to find their way up there too?
Okay, what normally happens is at a particular point of those that I looked up, they become so engulfed with so much activities that they
Okay.
can no longer have time for a beginner.
Okay.
So now it now behooves on we those that they have trained to make
Mm,
ourselves available for those that are beginning. It is a ladder. I can easily get in contact with my mentor because I am just close to him. But somebody who has now started will find it difficult. Even if you reach out to him, he will not have that time for you that he had for me when he was at my level. Okay,
yeah.
he has moved a step above, and I've
Ahead.
also
Okay.
moved a step ahead. So someone has come. So it is we, those that are in the middle sector now, that have to make time for those that are beginning, mentor them, talk to them, and
Okay.
uh, let them know how the whole thing works. Because if they reach
Okay.
out to those above us, they might not get them.
Okay, okay. So I asked that because I do hear a lot of the young people, like myself, complain that they reach out to these people and they don't get answers. It doesn't take long before they turn cold on them. So basically, we should also keep in mind that these people have a lot on their shoulders, and so it might be part of the reasons why they don't really give out as they are expected to, or as we expect them to, right?
Very true. Very true. My boss, my
Okay,
mentor those days, he was a sales manager and I was a sales executive. So anything I just go to
okay.
him. But now he is a CEO of a company. He's a
Wow.
CEO of a company with salespeople under him, HR people under him, people's in operations, people in design. So all these people are trying to get his attention. So now he cannot have time for you like when he was just a sales manager
Okay.
overseeing sales understand.
Hello, Mr. Sedzi. Can you hear me? Okay, I think we are having a bit of a network issue from Mr. Seji's end, but we are wrapping up shortly, guys. I hope you are enjoying the discussion so far. Okay. Mr. Seji, can you hear me now, please?
Yes, I can. I think the
Okay.
network went off.
Oh, yes. Okay. So let's just get wrapping up. Now, before you leave, now I want you to just draw this conclusion for me. It might be difficult, but generally speaking, would you say sales is difficult? In your honest opinion, do you think sales is difficult?
Yeah, hello. I think I'm back online again.
Yes, please. Okay. I guess you didn't get the question earlier. So, can you hear me now?
Yes. Yeah, I can hear
Okay.
you.
So, yes, I was saying that before you leave, I want you to draw this conclusion for me. In your honest opinion, would you say that sales is difficult?
Let me answer by saying this.
Okay.
Before I went to the university, we had
Hmm.
this idea that theater and arts was easy.
Okay.
Those certain courses were easy.
Hmm.
So it was when I enrolled, those days when University of Ghana, you are given four courses.
Mm.
So I was given theater arts, I was given classical history,
Mm.
linguistics, and psychology. Uh, it was there I realized how difficult theater arts was.
Okay.
Before you'll be like, wow, theater arts, yeah, yeah, it's easy. It
Mm.
is extremely difficult. If you
Okay.
don't have the flair for it,
Mm.
you'll find it. So to that answer, I would say yes, it will be difficult for people who do not have the flair for it. As I
Mm.
said, if you're
Okay.
somebody that you do not have, you do not enjoy the people encounter, you do not enjoy talking to people, interacting with people, you
Okay.
find it difficult talking in public. You will find it difficult. So it is a personality trait thing. Somebody who is bold like myself, you will enjoy it. But if you are not, you are the type that you want to keep to yourself, read a book. Maybe you'll be good at software engineering, where you can be left
Okay.
for you to develop codes.
Okay. Okay. Wow, that's great. We very much appreciate your time today. But then the last thing before you go, what advice do you have for us? Us, because I'm one of the young people who are still trying to figure our paths in the so our career path and how to succeed at it. What advice do you have for us?
Okay, what I'll say is
Mm.
always believe in yourself.
Okay.
You are unique.
Mm.
Your experiences, where you were born, the difficulties you encountered, your
Mm.
tonation, the way you walk, the way you uphold yourself,
Okay.
all play a key role in your success story.
Okay.
All. So wherever you are, just keep your head up.
Mm.
It might not work in one company, it will work in another company. The
Okay.
experiences you are encountering, just a stone, one stone on the other, it will
Mm.
build gradually, gradually. Before
Okay.
you know, you will be where you are. Never give up,
Okay.
believe in yourself, continue reading, continue reading, ask questions, especially if you want to excel in sales. Talk to people, ask questions. If it's media, ask questions, and you will make. Always believe in yourself. That's it.
Okay. Wow, guys, interesting conversation with Mr. Dickson Sedzi from sales manager at Edves Software. I have enjoyed the discussion. I have learned a lot. So, if you're a salesperson, your goal is not perfection. Your goal is to communicate and leave room for error. Be honest as possible. Now, if you want to connect with Mr. Sedzi, I think the best platform to find him is on his Facebook and LinkedIn. His name is right on the screens, and you can search him on the LinkedIn platform or on Facebook. Mr. Seji, thank you for your time today. We really appreciate you sharing your insights with us. Um, we get to talk again some other time. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Have
Okay,
a great day.
you too. So, guys, this show was brought to you kind courtesy Navantrix Limited, a digital marketing and software development company. If you need services, do contact the numbers on your screen. Also, if you want to place your business ads on this program, please do contact the numbers scrolling right beneath your screens, and let's talk about that. If you need photography services, videography services, please do contact us as well. And soon we are coming your way with the e-appointments platform. This platform is going to make your hospital appointment hassle free. You wouldn't have to join long queues at the hospital to see the doctor, to get diagnosed, or even to get your medications. You can just sit behind your phone or your laptop, your PC, whatever, and communicate with the doctor, get diagnosed, and then you get to get your drugs prescribed for you. So please watch out for e-appointment. It will be coming your way shortly. This is Let's Chat, and my name is Ifua Ando. I'll see you again some other time on the same platform. Now, before I go, we are also coming your way with the CV Talk Show. The CV Talk Show is a show that is going to help job seekers find their desired work in the right organizations. So, unlike other platforms where you see job vacancies and you have to apply, now the CV Master Show is going to require you to send so to present your CV digitally. You are there. You get to talk about your CV, your experiences, what your next hirer should consider, what they should know about you before they consider hiring you. And so apart from trying to find a job, there is also a whole lot of fun aspect to it. So you are having fun while looking for a job. So the CV talk show will be coming your way soon on Navantrix Studios, and please stay tuned. Now, the ads will be posted on our social media pages. If you want to be on this show, if you're a job seeker, or even if you're working and you're still looking for other opportunities to grow and excel, you pick the numbers on the flyers and you call us to book your slots on the show. Thanks again for making time to watch this today's episode of Let's Chat with me, Efwando. I'll see you again next week. Bye bye.
Hello, have you been wondering where to get your affordable and durable glass and fitting works? Then look no further. Smartness Glass and Fittings is here to help you. We offer products and services like framed doors and windows, framed glass curtain wall, composite panel, balustrade and handles, shower partitioning, curved glass, tempered glass, laminated glass, and double glazing. You can contact Smartness Glass and Fittings through the numbers on your screen or locate us at Kiku Hills, Osu in Accra. You can also follow us on our social media handle, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Smartness Glass and Fittings. Smartness Glass and Fittings, your affordable and durable glass and fittings.